I'm going to teach you how to adapt your body to burning more stored fat as fuel. That's right, the term is fat adapted. And what it means is you're sending the right signals over a series of days, perhaps a couple of weeks, so the body shifts from using sugars or a bunch of carbohydrate or other things that you've been eating as a fuel source to using more stored fat as fuel. And there's a way to do it. Yes, we're going to use a lower carbohydrate intake but a high dietary fiber intake, as well as organically raised protein and dietary fat sources. And with a few other scheduling tricks, we're going to help the body burn more stored fat as fuel. And that's what you need over the long term and the short term to maximize your rates of fat burning. The 14-day fat burning Kickstarter is something that I can send you absolutely free, no obligation, and you can see exactly how we do it. It's part of how we start the Aggressive 60 Fat Loss Nutrition System. Now, after the first 14 days, we use high calorie days, we use some carbohydrate loading, especially during the meal following training, because one of the mistakes that I'm seeing a lot of people make, and Dr. Serrano is as well, is using a very low carbohydrate intake for too long. Let me tell you what happens. One, the body gets bored with what's coming in. Also, thyroid levels drop. Cortisol levels may be rising and unchecked, and also your insulin sensitivity may have some issues. We want to optimize insulin levels during the meal following training, and one of the ways we do that is using the right sources, combinations, and amounts of carbohydrate. So what's your objective when starting a fat loss nutrition plan? It's to peak rates of fat burning, right? We all want to have the fastest rate of progress, and this is something mind-blowing to a lot of people. The second month of the Aggressive 60 Fat Loss Nutrition Program, and also when I build personalized programs, the second month produces a better result than the first in most cases. Why? It takes time to build metabolic and hormonal momentum. You did not accumulate a lot of body fat overnight, right? It took some time. Well, it also takes the body some time on multiple levels to shift to using more stored fat as fuel. But here's the problem. 99% of the people out there who start a fat burning effort don't get to peak rates of fat burning. Why? It's not just a lack of discipline. The program's not put together correctly. They're overtraining, or the diet is just so difficult for them to follow that they fall off track. So having the right system in place, like the Aggressive 60, ensures that you're going to do everything in the right order in a very simple format to maximize your rates of fat burning. And I will guarantee you that in 60 days, you will be a heck of a lot better off than when you started. Now, are you going to reach your all-time best condition? It's certainly possible. It depends on where you start. But after the 60 days and along during that time, we can correspond by email, scott@infinityfitness.com, to discuss your individual situation and goals and make adjustments accordingly.